The Jets now have 5 first-round picks over the next 2 seasons. Jay, what do we make of the Jets tearing it down?
It's tough. You know, when you're a player, he knows. When you're a coach, if you're coaching, you're pouring your heart and soul into this business. And you're waking up at 3:30 in the morning, coming up with game plans. You're defensive coordinator, and I got Quinnen, I got Sauce, and hey, by the way, they're gone. You know what I mean? It's hard. You know, injuries are one thing, but when they start trading players away, you're counting on a week-to-week basis, and players are counting on them being next to you on a game-to-game. It's hard, but it is a business, and I don't know why you would trade a 27-year-old Quinnen Williams. You know, there's not many guys like him. They're hard to find in the NFL nowadays. Yep. You look at some of the 3 techniques playing right now. It's hard to find.
Not very many.
There's not very many of them.
He's one of them.
And Sauce, maybe I can understand they got 2 first rounds. I can understand that. Maybe they have a young corner in the building that they really like. But it's just hard for me to understand. I know you're building for the future, but it's hard to replace Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. It's hard. You don't replace blue-type players with a 28th pick in the draft unless you get really lucky.
Yeah.
And a defensive head coach. I don't know where they headed, but it's the Jets, so whatever.
I mean,
it can't get worse than 1-7. Or
you trade them because, I mean, if I got Quinnen Williams and I got Sauce, I expect my defense to be top 10, right? I expect us to be pretty successful on defense, right? They trash. They not.
They're 20.
They 20. You know what I'm saying? So, shit. I might as well, maybe it's my system, maybe, I don't know. But if y'all not doing what I'm paying y'all to do, shit, let me get something for y'all. Start it over. Let me draft another D-tackle in another corner because it's evidently right now it's not working out. They can't stop the run with Quinnen Williams. Get something for him. They can't stop the pass with Sauce. Get something for him.
So we've seen that defense with them guys be top 5.
But they're not top 5 right now.
So you just throw them, I don't know.
They're not top 5 right now.
And he was the highest paid corner in the league. They ought to free up some money.
I mean, they're not top 5 right now.
To do what with it?
Hopefully build the rest of the team because it ain't working.
Well, all that don't matter if you don't get a guy that can do this.
Yeah, but maybe with those first-round draft picks,
can still be
you
good
get that guy, you build the other guys.
They were for a long time. That's why they thought when they got Aaron Rodgers, they was going to be it because they had a top 5 defense.
Well, yeah,
and
but they
see
not
how
right
that
now.
went. You know,
but
so.
Now it's time. Hey, sometimes you gotta know when to get off of it, bro. It's you're trying to keep this same defense. It ain't
now you have
right now.
Now they have so many holes to fill. You know, you lose your 3 technique. Now you lose your corner. Now we got to go draft a corner. We got to go draft a 3 technique. We got to go find a free agent. Oh shit, we need a quarterback. Breece Hall, he's questionable. We got to get a running back. We need interior offensive lineman. We like our 2 tackles we've drafted in the first round last couple.
So how do you do that? How do you plug all those holes? Shit, you got to get rid of somebody.
Probably fire a coach another year or 2. Find another quarterback until they get the right quarterback.
They got to do a whole lot of shit. So when it's bad like that, bro, it's bad.
Beat your Bengals?
No, I can believe it. Yeah, God. Absolutely.
Unbelievable. So here's what kills me about this. If you rank defenses on just yards allowed, which they do in the league, in Sauce's and Quinnen's years together, they ranked in the league 3rd, 4th, 3rd, and 3rd. Okay, in yards allowed. That's a top 3-4 defense in the league, and they just gave away to me because you can't find them. To your point, you just can't find them. You can't find him growing on some Southern California palm tree. They just don't. You can't find you, and Quinnen may not quite be you, but he's pretty good, man. Good. Okay, so they just said, we'll just junk our top 3-4 defense, right? You had that. You can hang your hat on that. You have a new defensive head coach, and remember Hard Knocks that year before when Aaron joined, and they're saying we got the GOAT, man. I'm going, what GOAT? You got Tom Brady? You didn't get it, you know. but the point was they got Aaron Rodgers, and they thought this is it. And of course he tears his Achilles on whatever it was, like the 3rd play of the year. But the problem has been they just can't score except against the Bengals when they scored 39 points and won 39-38.
I think I could score 38 on the Bengals.
Well, this is not that defense, though, Skip. This
not what I'm saying.
I ain't saying I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm not saying it's their fault, but if they was 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then 2nd, I had them for them 4 years. Shit. I didn't get a quarterback. I didn't capitalize on that. Now what? I have him for another 4 years, or I try to rebuild everything. I might have to sacrifice 2 of my good players, and I draft well. I believe in how we draft because I drafted those 2 guys.
Okay, but you drafted Zach Wilson. That's your problem, right?
Yeah, I fucked up on that. So
Yeah.
so maybe the draft picks I can get a veteran quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit on it too long. You know what I'm saying? Eventually they're not gonna be the number 1, number 2, number 3 defense, and this year they're not. So what better time than to get some?
But you don't need pieces when you building. You got these 2 are guaranteed pieces. Now
Yeah.
you just put other stuff in place.
But if I move these 2 pieces, I can get 10 pieces.
A bunch of maybes.
Yeah, a
you
bunch
know
of
they
maybes.
not
Yeah.
maybes.
But they not maybes. But right now, my not maybes got me damn looking trash.
Yeah,
Give
but
up
if
30
I'm
points,
looking at
28
that,
points a game.
if I'm looking at that 20th ranked defense, I'm gonna say I know these 2 I can keep. Rest of y'all are.
But the rest
these
of them
2
not gonna give you 10 pieces coming in.
Yeah, but they're maybes. They just all maybes.
But
You
what,
might maybe up.
what
and
are
draft
your
Zach
what
Wilson.
are your cornerstones doing for you right now? Let me tell you, I gotta pull it up.
Yeah, but
me
that's
tell
what
you.
I'm saying. They still are pieces you need to build your team around. Like now we start bringing in people. We got this. We can't hit on the quarterback position. Our running back
Right.
is pretty solid. Our O-line is in.
Yeah.
But these 2 pieces, we know we can keep building around them.
Yeah, well, we knew that for when they was 1, 2, 3, and 4. We knew that we
Right.
could build around them, and we did that. We built a pretty good defense. But now with them same 2 pieces, we damn bottom of the league in defense now. So now instead of sitting on it for 3 more years,
That's
why
good.
not? Why not try to get some pieces for them? I move these 2 pieces, bring in 12 maybes. Out of the 12 maybes, maybe I hit on 5 of them.
Other than the Cincinnati game, their offense was going 3 and out every time. Their defense was on the field like 10 minutes a quarter.
Tell me about it, Jay. I played defense all my life. I know about it. I know about that shit.
I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to say that maybe that's why their defense isn't as good this year.
Okay, so you think they'll draft another Sauce and another Quinnen like that? Bam, bam.
I don't think so. Maybe,
I don't either.
maybe not. Maybe they get one
And
in
then
free
I
agency.
think maybe
Because
not.
Quinnen was
Maybe.
the 3rd pick and Sauce was
Fourth.
5th.
Fourth.
Well, they have a top
Fourth.
pick this year, so I mean, hey, who the top D tackle in football right now?
Buddy from Clemson.
Shit, maybe they get Buddy from Clemson. You feel me?
Well,
Ooh,
maybe-
that's Quinnen
maybe-
Williams right there.
Not
We ain't even used
necessarily.
one. We still got,
Every
we still
top
got
D
plenty
tackle
draft.
get drafted. Ain't
That's
good.
the issue, though. Everybody says just draft him. Well, instead of keeping Quinnen, you could take that draft pick and draft Buddy from frickin' Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Quinnen and Caleb Downs. You know
They
what
ain't got
I'm
no
saying?
quarterback still. I need a lot
Now
of
you're
pieces
just-
to
what
get to
we
the
saying.
You're just gonna say something different every time I say something. You know
Yeah,
that
you
was a
damn
good.
right.
That was a good retaliation
That's what they
right
got
there.
me for.
I got it
But
right
you
there.
just said now you ain't got no quarterback.
Yeah, now you ain't got no
now you
quarterback.
ain't got a quarterback or
Or
D tackle or
three-tech.
But I got a whole lot of pieces to try to find a quarterback and a D tackle in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
The other
makes
part of
sense
it,
to me.
Definitely quarterback definitely ain't
It
coming out
makes
this draft.
sense to me, bro. If my defense is ranked 25th in the league and I can move 2 players and get a bunch of picks and save a bunch of money, come on, bro. It makes sense to me. I get what the Jets doing.
What was the sorriest defense you ever played on in pro football?
Shit, probably one of them Buck defenses.
Yeah. And how'd you feel about that year? Were you into it? Were you?
I felt like, please get me out of here.
Thank you.
Right.
All right.
So Sauce
That's
probably feeling
what
real
they're
good.
thinking. That's
And
what
Quinnen
they're-
Williams probably feeling real good. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Well, he going to Dallas, but he love Dallas.
Hey,
And
it
they gonna
ain't
have, and they gonna
about
have
the
potential for next
player.
year.
It's about the team. We know
Hey,
he
I-
wants to get
I'm
out.
how
talking
would you
about-
feel?
I'm talking about the player.
How would Raheem feel, right? We're talking about that shitty Buck defense, right?
Hell
He's on
yeah.
it. And somebody says, hey, Raheem gets traded, or Aqib gets traded. They're like, well, he's on a 20th ranked defense. He's trash. How good could he be? How good could he be if he's on this shitty defense?
Yeah.
You know how good you were?
I'm not saying
You
the
could take
players
more
are
than
shitty.
just-
I'm not saying the player. I'm saying the players that they traded are great.
You just looked at your phone and said they're 20th ranked
Yeah,
defense.
as total
Quinnen
as a
Williams
defense,
and Sauce
the defense
Gardner
was trash.
are trash.
You're right. So I was on
basically-
that defense. Gerald was on that defense.
So both
we
y'all
wasn't
are
getting it
trash?
done. Trade us, get some people in here and try to win the chip. That makes sense to me. Yeah. Trade some good people. They're
You know
not
what
getting it
happened
done.
with the Bucks?
Trade
They
them
got
and try
Tom
to-
Brady.
You feel me?
They got
Yeah.
Tom Brady. They had all the pieces was there, and then they got 12 there. Boom, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
What happened?
How important
The
quarterback
pieces
is.
was already in place. Now imagine if they do all that. Vita's not there, JPP not there. They done traded away Levante. Now they, you know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good
Now,
point. Yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring in Brady with
Yeah,
the
that
pieces
Bucks
in
team
place.
and that Jets team, that's not the same category.
There's got to be something about Aaron Glenn's a new coach. He's obviously defensive-minded head
He is.
coach. Maybe they weren't jiving as far as their future together. Maybe they didn't like some of the, I don't know. There has to be something. I just can't imagine Quinnen Williams getting traded, 27-year-old, 3 technique, as good as he is, unless something maybe future contract issue. I don't know.
Did they
Maybe
get
he's
2
injured.
first-round
Maybe
picks for him?
Maybe
What
he's
they
got a
get for
bad back that nobody knows about.
2 first-round picks for him?
Then they get 1.
2 first-round picks?
No, not for Quinnen.
One.
That was for Sauce.
1 and a 2.
Maybe he's got a
1
red.
and a 2 and 2. Hey, man, yeah.
Maybe he's got one of those sore knees or something like
With
that. Maybe them
time
nagging,
will tell, man.
bone
Time will
on
tell.
bone type
now,
things.
Now, if the Jets come have if them 4 picks turn into damn good players, then hey, man, it's a great play, right?
Yeah.
So who knows?
Why don't we go back and Google all the draft picks in the last 5 years from every team in the first 3 rounds and see how good they are? I'll bet there's only about 3 teams that did good in the first.
That
3
is
rounds.
true.
Yeah, it's tough to draft.
That is true. But you give my Cowboys a chance to make this year's playoffs, right?
And
Well-
this early in the season, team can go on a 7-8, go 7-1 their last 8 games.